7 years later I suddenly realized why a girl ghosted me. I just woke up in the middle of the night having had a sudden revelation as to why a girl I met ghosted me 7 years ago. 2017, I went to a massive comic convention for the first time, with an older sibling. Didn't have many cosplay outfits, but my sibling had brought some extra, so I dressed up as a semi-obscure character from a video game I knew nothing about. I was wandering around, trying to get a feel for the con, and whether comic conventions were really my thing. Apparently, I walked past a girl who was cosplaying as another character from the same game. There were multiple photographers surrounding her because her cosplay was so good. As I walked past, she grabbed my arm and pulled me in for some photos. Eventually the photographers move on, and we talk for a while. She invites me to go to a rave with her and a couple of her friends later, so I get her number. We text off and on throughout the day. Things are going swimmingly. That night, I show up to the rave. Now, I'm not bad looking and can hold a conversation. But I'm very straight edge when it comes to any kind of substance abuse. I had family who ruined their lives with alcohol, so I don't even drink, and I'm not a dancer, so raves were well out of my comfort zone. She's dancing all up against me, generally showing lots of interest, having a great time. I really try and let loose and dance with her and her friends, despite not being much of a dancer. Nothing more came of the night, but I had a good time. The next day I text her to see about anything else fun going on at the con that day. She doesn't reply for hours and hours. When she does, her reply is very short and non-committal. I find it odd, but just go on about my day. I see her at one point and wave, and she pretends not to see me. So I just go on my way. The next day is the same. She's generally non-communicative and, it seems like, actively avoiding me. I'm not bombarding her with texts or anything. I had a rule at the time not to double text someone until I really got to know them. Anyway, at some point halfway through the con she never replied again, and I figured that was that. It seemed odd because she seemed very much into me for that one day, but after the rave, nothing. Never really understood it. Fast forward 7 years. I met my wife of 5 years and we're very happy. I have a kid now, and am into my career. Life has moved on and I've matured significantly and gained more life experience. I have a dream I'm at a comic convention. I wake up, remembering that random girl who ghosted me all those years ago. In retrospect, I suddenly realize, my dancing, at the rave that night, was really, very bad. Like, truly, embarrassingly, abysmally awful. Like worse than your freestyle dance teacher. Like, ghost this loser and never talk to him again, bad. So I kinda chuckled and went back to sleep.